So hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be cleaning the pool and the filters and all that stuff. And if you're wondering where I've been, I'm sorry about not being on YouTube for a while. My camera decided to bite the dust. Like it messes up. Basically I tried to record and it says my memory card is improper bitrate on any class 10 memory card that I try, which class 10 is like the fastest it gets. And I got tired of it, so I didn't want to use my phone, but I've had to resort to it. I've got like one of those Defender cases, so at least I can pop it in one of these things on my camera stand, but it's the belt clip thing. But I'm just gonna try to make a quick video. So the pool's been doing great. It's been up for about a month now. As you can tell, there's a lot of dirt on the bottom, but I'll explain what that is in a second. Like, the filter's been doing great, although the salt cell cracked a bunch. Like the salt cell, electrolytic cell, let's see if I can find it. No, it's not out here. Alright, but anyway, the electrolytic cell, like, cracked really bad. It had a bunch of cracks around where the cell is injected into the housing, and it just decided to bite the dust. So I had to order and buy a new cell off Intex. I'm gonna go get that cell real quick, actually. So this is the old cell. I tried super gluing it a bunch, but to no avail. It was to no avail. It kept leaking and over and over, and we just decided, forget it, let's just order a new cell. So that's what I did. And so that's kind of cool. But this cell just decided to break, and it's basically garbage now. Autofocus. I'm using an iPhone 7 Plus, so I don't know how good the video quality is going to be. It should be okay. So we'll see. Well, let's get started by skimming the pool. Let me get my camera stand set up real quick. Ugh. Sorry about this, guys. I haven't used this setup before, so we'll see how it goes. Let me clip it in. Loud noise alert. Alrighty. So I need to go ahead and center that. And move my skimmer. Also, I got a new skimmer net. This is the new net. It's a really long one. 8-foot pole on it. Just one of the cheapo Home Depot ones, but cheapo Home Depot. Hey, no rhymes. I'm a poet and I don't know it. But yeah, I just got one of those because I kind of ran out, or I kind of didn't work like I should, my old skimmer. So let me see how we're centered here. This is kind of sketchy. It's just a belt clip adapter. This is temporary, guys. I'm getting a new camera soon. Don't worry. I'm not going to be this terrible. But I don't know if y'all can see this, but should be able to. There's a big leaf right there. We've had a lot of storms throughout the area recently, so there's a lot of stuff on the top. That gravel on the bottom is actually off of our driveway. We pressure washed the driveway and it kind of took a little layer off. There's a lot of little bugs in here too. Look at that. And I didn't realize what it would do, so it kind of messed it up, but it's okay. It's just very fine gravel. Like it's not rock big enough to put holes in the pool floor or anything like that. Also, we galvanizing painted like the posts of the pool because they were rusting a little bit, because salt isn't very good on metal at all. It's terrible on metal, actually. It rusts it, it corrodes it, you name it, it does it. So we just said, forget it. Let's just get some galvanizing paint on it. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff on the bottom. Let me try to aim you all down. I don't know what I'm doing with this phone because I never recorded this way with a phone before. So I'm sorry if it turns out terrible. Actually, let me snag my phone real quick off of there and try to record like that. I will be doing things one-handed today. Woo! I put my head in front of the camera. I committed a sin. Let's get our exposure adjusted right. Alright, so there's a lot of junk on the bottom of the pool. And let me try to skim. There's a piece of bark off of a sycamore tree that's nearby. With that. And then I'm just going to run it along the bottom like so. just to try to knock out any of this gunk that's sitting in the way, because that gets a little annoying. Pool water temperature is decent. Hold this. I'm still getting used to recording one-handed. Focus. Oh no, there we go. It's about 90 degrees in the water. There we go. Sorry if I'm doing this noise a lot. I don't know why, it's just a little click of mine. But I'll try not to do it very much, and I'll probably fail at it. There's a lot of gunk through here because we didn't do a very good job leveling out all these wrinkles in the bottom of the pool. So I'm gonna try to get all this. This is just like a dust for the most part. See how it's like turns the water dark for a second? Let's get that out of there. There's a lot of dirt in the middle of the pool as well because the pump tends to stir stuff to the middle of the pool. So let me know what you think about the quality of this phone camera. I think it's decent. I might have just been covering up the microphone. Oh god. Yeah, just the best we can. Need to get used to that. This thing's mic's probably a little more sensitive than the camera that I used before. It should be fixed soon. We're gonna try to call them about getting some maintenance done on it. It's probably just a little integrated circuit somewhere that's messed up in it. So hopefully that camera will come back to life. If it doesn't, I'm considering getting a DSLR camera soon. I'll have to go to work for that though. I am 14 now, so I can work. But this stuff, I don't really worry about it too much because it's basically impossible to get out. Oh man, there's a ton of glare. This camera's a lot touchier than the Canon one. But I'm just kind of worried about stirring this stuff up. And as well, also, it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can. I don't know how well y'all can see this. Sorry if this video turns out terrible. I'm trying to record. Just to let you know I'm not dead. I'm trying to record. Alright, let me scoop that up. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff in there. Look at that. That's nasty. Get that out of here. Oh my goodness, this is difficult one-handed. Especially shaking this skimmer net. There we go. Gotta grab it at the end of the pole, kind of. Like this. Also, we have a leak in our pool. Or we had a leak. I fixed that since then with some patches on both sides. Oh man, there we go. Autofocus doesn't do me much justice on the phone. Also, we bought this like weather sealing material, and that's to keep the crack of the pool a little bit less like apparent, but it still shows up a lot. Also, let me set the skimmer down real quick. We have new type B adapters on here, right here. These are the version 2 type B adapters. They're a lot more, I don't know, they're a lot more simply designed. They're one piece. The other ones had pieces of rubber inside of them, like inside of this pipe they had a little piece of black rubber that surrounded it. And every time the suction pressure got too high on the pump, like if these got clogged, or if I blocked one for the skimmer, which by the way, its mounting bracket was a pain on this pool. It would not stay on here, so I took the skimmer away for now, but we had to get new type B adapters as well because the threads right here, not this part, I thought these stripped out, and that's why these are new. This part got stripped out. So we bought new type B adapters. They're like $10, not very big of an investment. Also, they have the hydro aeration technology on these pools. Oh my god, I keep doing that sound. I'm sorry, YouTube, if you can't take my teeth sucking, whatever it's called. Someone commented on my most popular video, the Intex Pool Update 3, back when I had the 12-footer pool. Ugh. Autofocus. Oh goodness, there we go. Okay, I'm sorry about this. This is my first video really this year. But the pool's doing okay. A couple of these legs aren't the most straight thing in the world. That one's a little off to the side. We walk back a bit. But overall, this end of the pool isn't leaning nearly as much. Let me get down low. It used to be leaning a bit more like that. So we fixed that this year when we set the pool up. Also, we're still using the ground tarp. The cover is a pain to put on, so we don't use that really. Got one of these automotive mats. Turn the exposure down. I got one of these automotive mats for the like getting into the pool, so you can rub off some of the driveway stuff. That's what's on the driveway right there. And that's kind of what causes this. There's a bunch of this on the driveway. The pressure washer, I guess when you use a surface cleaner pressure washer attachment, it kind of stirs it all up. Oh goodness, I have to keep focusing this thing. Anyway. Also, keep doing this. My goodness, guys, I'm sorry about this. This video is going to be a mess, but I'm getting a phone camera stand soon that will work a lot better. Let's keep going. Just bear with me. I'll get better at the phone. I don't use my phone much for recording, so I'm sorry. These bugs are on the surface, by the way, and the clover leaves and all that. Get down in there. Try to stir all this up. I'm just going to run the skimmer along the bottom to stir up all that driveway gravel again, and then we'll get the hose out to wash our filter. Oh, there's a lot of glare. I can barely see the water. I keep holding my phone off to the side too instead of actually recording what's going on. Sorry about this. I just want to get out an update. I'll probably have a brand new fresh camera by the time I get done with this episode, so well, thinking about getting one. These salt cells are very expensive apparently, because this pump model's from 2011, and apparently they don't make many parts for them. Only Intex sells them directly, and it was $120 for that little salt cell, that little electrolytic piece of plastic with a couple tiny pieces of titanium in it. Alright, trying to follow the skimmer, but I'm having a bad time with this, so next time I will get a phone camera stand, because this is a pain. But bear with me. Like I said, there's a lot of dirt right here. Let's focus that. Let me just look where all that's going. Yeah, there's a lot. I'll just run it like this. This is what I usually do. And I'll push that. Up you go. Let's see our spoils. Oh, I almost dropped my phone. Oh, that's great. There's a hair on that skimmer. There's a couple pieces of flies and stuff, and that. So it's pretty dirty. Mainly because I haven't skimmed it in a couple days to get it all, so I can do a good maintenance video on this. It's not going to be a very good maintenance video. I should have just got out my old camera, my Sony camera. That's the 720p camera. I actually only used that for one video. I was like, oh, it's going to be great on my YouTube videos. I only used it on the Intex full setup and storage video, which is a little old, but it's really old actually, but yeah, that's decent enough for skimming. It's very difficult to skim with one hand because that's a very awkward device to use. 8-foot long pole, so that's that. Voice check. Let's close our plunger valve, shall we? Now you just turn that clockwise till they click. Oh, that was a little tough. I oiled these before I put them up with Vaseline. Turn that to click. And we gotta remove this. This probably sucks. This footage. Alright, there we go. Whew. That was probably terribly immature recording, but whatever. Alright. Let me get my camera stand set up. I like to do stuff uncut, so I'm sorry if this is terrible, but bear with me, y'all. Let me turn this thing down. And there we go. My phone just popped in. I don't know how well y'all can see, but we'll have to deal with that. Oh, hi. So now we just take off the top cover of our filter. There's still water coming through. That's weird. Oh, it's this valve. This valve has also an issue. The suction valve has an issue where it lets water through for some weird reason. I don't know why. Whatever. I'll just have to deal with this. Yeah, slowly leaking water. Alright. Let me just pop this out because this probably stinks. So our plunger valves have an issue. Let me try opening it and closing it. I have to fiddle with this plunger valve sometimes. They're a pain. So, yeah. Anywho, let's try to pop this one. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to fix this. come on. This is probably... Ugh. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna leave it. Well, this is popped open. Now we gotta break that. That's the spinny thing, as I called it. Now let's just get our sediment flush out and start sucking air through the top. Do that. It's pulling a lot of water. So now we can just pop it. Like so. A lot of Vaseline on there actually. There's that cover. There's your filter. Oh, this one's nasty. This is a nasty filter. Woo. Alrighty. We got us something to clean. Let's get this old crappy cell out of here. This thing is nasty. Alright, let me go get the garden hose and I'll get set up. Be right back. Alrighty, so we are back. We're popped into the camera stand, ready to go. I have my spray nozzle, just right there, and let's go at it. Alright, this is a nasty filter. I haven't cleaned this one in about a week. What you want to do is just take your nozzle. This is one of those general metal nozzles that you see, and see how it varies its stream based on how hard you push on the control, like the lever or whatever you call it. I call it the lever. So then you just want to. That makes a huge difference, to be honest. Like, Intex says, basically throw out your filter every couple of weeks and replace it with a new one. That's not the case at all, as you can tell. All you gotta do is spend like 1 minute washing with your hands. Not even 1 minute, that was like 25 seconds, if that. Let me pop y'all out the stand real quick. I'm working on a better solution, I promise. And now we just take our filter, seat it back down on the middle. It likes to lean that way for some reason. Now, what I like to do, hold this in a soft position, is I like to take this sediment valve, close it. You just want to tighten that snug, maybe hand tight. I like to take my jet output, put that on there so it doesn't make that annoying noise, and see how that is filling up. You just want to do that. You can take off your hydro aerator cover. They have that on the newer pools. I like it because it makes it feel like a spa jet somewhat. And now all you got to do is take this, push it down. Make sure to keep your top air purging valve or air purge valve, whatever you like to call it, open. Spinny thing. This, I like to call this big gray, like, bolt thing, spinny thing. And see how this is letting the water out now? Just close that up, like so. Oh, I did that thing again. I have to get used to not doing that. I'm sorry. I do that whenever I'm recording a YouTube video for some reason. And now you gotta do is check your inlet, which that does have a little bit of EBGBs on there. Autofocus. There we go. It's kind of a shame that my old camera died so quickly. Oh, there's a lot of hair in there. Alright. I'm doing this through the phone screen because I want to make sure I have a good shot on here. And you just take this, put it on, tighten it up. There's the new cell, by the way. It looks very clean and elegant in comparison to the old worn out look of everything else on the pump. Oh, this focuses very nicely. Alright, open your motor air release, like so. Let me actually open my suction valve. I can spray water all over the place. Nope. Alright. That's a welcome addition. Now you just tighten that snug. Open your outlet valve, like so. And start up your pump. All you gotta do, flip your switch. Got a bit of an airlock in there. So all you gotta do then, open this, let some more air out, start it up again. We'll usually have some air in the line. And there we go, we're running. Alrighty. This thing just puts air injected into the water. It feels cooler than 90 to be honest. But I think that thermometer's got an issue. Where's Mr. Ducky? Oh, I missed a bunch of flies. Well, that was sink. I don't want to skim that one hand. There's Mr. Quackers. He got a bit of a tan line, don't he? Let me focus him in on that. It's about 88 is what it says. I don't trust that at all, personally. So let's focus on the water iPhone. What are you doing? I got my, let me blur the brand. I got my test strips, 6-in-1. Oh, I did that again. I'm serious, guys. I do that second nature now. Someone commented on one of my most popular videos that I couldn't get past like 5 seconds with all that teeth sucking. I'm sorry. The click of mine, it's an addiction. It likes to spread. I hate it, but I do it all the time. Not just kidding. All right, take your test strip, dip it in the water, turn the exposure up, hold it about arm's length for 15 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now we can take, oh, something just made a fart noise. Now we can take this out and look at some readings. I don't know how accurate these test strips are. They're probably expired, but a little old. Now, we got good calcium hardness, pretty low amount of chlorine because it hasn't ran in about a day. Low free chlorine. pH is probably in the okay range. It always does that now. Low alkalinity, low stabilizer. I need stabilizer and baking soda. Alright, take this, just throw it in the trash can. Got some sort of biohazard. Man, autofocus is being a nightmare. There we go. Throw that in any hole in your trash can. And that's it. So, now you gotta do, turn off your water. Oh, that's a little dark, isn't it? Putting this back on, wind up your hose. Tell them to do that real quick. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so that's the end of this video. Everything's cleaned up. Pool's mostly cleaned up, but the pump will take care of the majority of the rest. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And stay tuned for more videos. Hopefully the next episode will have a better camera. Also, my computer mic broke recently, so I'm looking into buying a new mic for that. But anyway, this has been Alpha 225, and I'll see you next. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.